Joining us now is the president of Rutgers University, Robert Barchi. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Mary Alice.
Can you tell us what led to this very serious suspension and the start of the Big Ten season?
Well, we had information come through our enterprise risk management system here that alleged a contact between one of our coaches and a faculty member who was the instructor for one of our student athletes. And that's something that is strictly forbidden by our Rutgers policy. And so it was brought directly to me. And within 24 hours, I had put together an investigatory team with outside counsel and undertook an investigation to see if we could find out exactly what happened and what the facts were.
Was Coach Flood warned in advance that he should not contact that professor?
Well, Coach Flood is the head football coach of Rutgers. It is the policy of Rutgers that there should be no contact between any of our coaches and any of our faculty who are teaching our students. That is our policy, has been our policy for many years. It's something that we educate people on a regular basis, and it's his obligation to know that.
The Rutgers Board of Governors met an emergency meeting Friday. Was it on this subject? Did you tell them then, or did you decide at that meeting that this would be the penalty?
No, that we weren't discussing penalties in that meeting. It was a meeting to bring the Board of Governors up to speed with 4 different issues that we were facing under attorney-client privilege. The investigation was one of them. I was making them aware of the facts as they were coming forward, but we didn't discuss penalties.
Were the other things that came before them the arrests of, well, we're up to 8 now, 8 current and former players?
Well, obviously, since it was attorney-client privilege, I can't answer that question.
You say that the coach was in violation of Rutgers policy. Might he also have been guilty of infringing on NCAA policy or compliance issues?
Well, the act of contacting a faculty member, it does not constitute an NCAA violation. Obviously, we keep the NCAA informed about all these investigations, and there's always the possibility that the NCAA will see something differently than we do. But at this point, the act that we have identified for which he is being punished was not an NCAA violation in and of itself.
But could the NCAA prevent Rutgers from being in bowl contention, for instance?
I cannot answer that. I'm not an NCAA lawyer.
Is there any consideration that, given the program and the negative headlines that have come out of that program just in the last few weeks, that you would consider firing Coach Flood?
We looked at the full range of possible penalties when we went into this investigation, from no consequence at all to termination. And what we have done is to provide the closest match of consequence to the acts that we know occurred. And that's the nature of the penalty that we've imposed. I think going forward, it's going to be up to Coach Flood to show us what he can do and to show us how he can perform. But that is independent of the conclusions that we reached today.
Okay, thank you for being with us, Mr. Barchi.
You're welcome.